Hello everyone, my name is Sunny and today we're going to do a very different reading that I usually do. I haven't done these in a while, but it's more so like self-reading. So today's pick a card topic is going to be, what do people think about you when you walk in the door? Now we have three piles. Pile 3. Pile 1 is on the left, pile 2 is in the middle, and pile number 3 is on the right. So go ahead and stop the video if you feel like you need more time. Otherwise, skip to the timestamp in the description or comment section. So I will start with pile 1, and it's a close-up of pile 1. So pile 1, for you, I have the Page of Pentacles upright. So what do people think when you walk into the room? I think that for overall, I think they see a very youthful, like happy-go-lucky person. I think that you give off this vibe where you have a very sunny disposition overall. I think that you likely dress a very youthful way with like more brighter colors for the most part, neutral colors as well, earthy tones. I think that you're someone that they can rely on. It just gives off this energy sorry, my throat's been hurting. It gives off this energy where they seem that you're very approachable and you always have something on in your mind. I feel like you are the kind of person that for some reason I feel like you're the person that carries like their purse, their backpack, or a plate of, their lunch, or it's something that you always carry in your hands. Is very not like very characteristic of you, that it's one of those staple, how some people, when you see them enough, they have very stable I can't say it, sorry, they have staple accessories. I feel that it's one of those things that you have staple accessories and they could recognize you from a mile away, but it's typically things that you hold in your hand. So it could be your phone, it could be your purse, it could be, again, your backpack, a binder, a notebook, your planners, things like that, or a box of something like goodies or food, things like that, because it's still pentacle energy, something physical, something tangible that others can see and they can possibly have as well to share. So when you arrive, typically they're like, oh, so this person's here, so-and-so's here. So you have a very bright personality. I feel you're someone that they can talk to. I feel you are talkative, but not in excess. I think it's only what's necessary overall. I think this card basically is someone who has so much to share, but in only in only a necessary way. I think overall also that you also like the accessories as well. I think you could wear accessories like in your arms, like bracelets, watches, maybe it's an Apple Watch, or likely you can also wear like scarves if it's cold, or a hat, or a beanie, or a hat. I think that overall you could have natural hair. I know it's dark hair, but I think your natural hair is a very staple thing of you. I think overall you could have, not saying that natural hair is bad or anything, but you could have appealing looks, in the sense of it's the standard of beauty according to where you are, right? So it's very natural in that sense. I think you have a very like cutesy way of walking as well. I think you're someone that's like, I feel you're probably likely more on the petite short side, a little more average to short height for this pile. And I think you're just very sweet, just very like calm, very peaceful. I think that you're someone that's very funny, I think, as well. I think many people just they easily approach you and they easily make conversation with you, that they don't mind being around you if they have to work with you as well, or they have to be paired up with you in a team group. But yeah, that's what they think about you when you walk into the room. I think that you have a very special aura to yourself, and this isn't in a derogatory way, there you go, but more so someone that's just sweet, just very peaceful. But yeah, I think they recognize you very much because you have staple pieces. I think that's something that's very characteristic overall, that you know how to always be I think that person who they're like reliable, there you go, they're like, oh, course, like if I forget my pencil, that person is always going to have a pencil. Or if I forget my notes, that person always has like notes that I can borrow, things like that. So that's why people like seeing you around, also because you're super reliable and practical. I think as well that it's necessary, that it's nice to have that backup just in case. But they do like you as a person, not just because you're necessary when they need stuff from you, but someone that's very caring as well. Someone that doesn't really mind like helping others, because you're good at keeping track with yourself and your needs, and sometimes that other people need that assistance, and you're always ready to like be like, yeah, I got you. It's also very Taurian energy, I feel, very earthy, but of course you can also have strong placements in Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. So I hope that helped pile 1. I will start with pile number 2. Pile number 2, we have the Queen of Cups upright. So what do people think when you walk into the door? You're someone that walks in a very like elegant way and very like flowy, and I think that you're someone who's very open-hearted. I think that when you speak to people and make conversation, you tend to be someone that's easy to talk to, and someone that is open-hearted and listening, that you won't judge people because they talk to you and they tell you what's bothering them, because sometimes you may have friends that you compartmentalize because they might have stronger opinions, or not because you always want to hear what they want to say, but more so because they can be hurtful with their words, and you tend to kind of maybe just tell them some things but not everything. So there's people that you talk to when it comes to superficial things, and there's people you talk to for more deeper intellectual conversations, right? More emotionally stimulating conversations, because they have to be in depth. Different conversations are for different people, right? But you're the kind of person that they can really talk to in depth about the kind of things that bother them internally, whatever. It's not easy to be seen in the naked eye in front of others to see, like on the outer exterior is something that you're really good at in like approaching. You're someone that's very as someone who is a leader, I feel like if you have strong leader qualities, they come about in a soft way, and they're approachable. I think that in order for you to be a queen, you have to care for others and your kingdom aside from your own needs, and you have to know how to balance these energies. And I think that you know how to really not compartmentalize, because that's different, but you know how to align yourself with it. If I'm gonna have to work on this, it's for 1 or 2 hours, and then I'm gonna have to divide my time and then come over here to work on this, and it's 1 or 2 hours, and then focus on myself, give myself some downtime, and then go back to hanging out with my friends, and so on and so on. So you know how to basically divide yourself, but still make it seem so easy and in flow, and not so stressful in that sense of overwhelming yourself with too much, right? You're someone that is I feel like you just have this like very sweet demeanor as well, but much more mature, I think, compared to pile 1. If you were attracted to pile 1, that's the difference. I feel that you have a very, it's almost matronly, motherly, but that doesn't have to mean that you're a mother. It can be, and that's why people talk to you, because you're softer and you listen. Sometimes mothers have that quality where you can approach them and talk to them because they are your mother who knows you best. I keep thinking of that. Is it rectangle? There you go. Mother Gother, I think that's her name. Mother knows best. But yeah, overall, I think that you have a very sweet disposition to you. Likely, your appearance can be someone who likes to wear less fitted clothing and more relaxed fittings, more in flow with, your movements. Someone that looks possibly has a preference for lighter pastel colors, summer colors, but more so like cool tone colors, even possibly. And even just like, I think of a beautiful shade is like mauve shades or lilacs. They're very pretty, but I don't always think that they look pretty on me. But things like that. And you can possibly have a lighter complexion. I hate saying that, it's always like not so much on like the skin, but your your hair to skin texture and color is lighter compared to what you are regionally known for, right? I think that you're someone possibly who likes to have updos, and I think you tend to be kind of minimal. I don't think you wear a whole lot of excess accessories, because it might get in your way of like your preference of if you're going to be moving around, or if you're going to be going from place to place. Easy access is always easier for you, so you'd rather just not wear excess things that are unnecessary. You just go plain and basic and practical, and that practicality makes it so like not in your face, where it's likable and approachable. And I think that's what stands out about you when you walk in, or you just take a seat right away, and you tend to just focus on what's necessary, and you write down notes, or you just you're on your phone, or it could be likely that you're looking down for the most part, but you only look up when it's necessary and you're being talked to. You're not someone that's going to be hawking the whole entire room, trying to find like maybe people to pick arguments with, someone like that, someone who's more passive. But still, you can be very direct as well if necessary, but most of the time it's not necessary, because I don't feel that people want to necessarily bring that argumentative vibe to you. So I hope that helped, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed that. That's what people think of you. They also think you're very beautiful and elegant and very attractive. I think each pile has a different attractiveness, but your attractiveness is much more alluring in that Venusian way. So I hope that helped, pile 2. I will start with pile number 3. And for pile number 3, we have the Temperance reversed. So what do people think of you when you walk into the room? Pile number 3, I think that you are someone that okay, so with this vibe, I feel that for you, pile 3, you're likely someone that's giving me like a rambunctious feeling, compared to, if I had to put like an 8, like who's the oldest, like pile number 2 seems to be in personality and maybe possibly physical appearance a little bit older, and then I would put you like in the middle, and then pile number 1 would be like the youthfulest, right? The most youthful. There you go. You're right in the middle, but you still give me this rambunctious energy. Usually Temperance is someone who's kind of patient and trying to be in the flow of things, but someone who's trying to balance, like get their feet in the water and kind of figure out how to balance being in that earthiness and the flow of the emotion sphere and the creativity, and also someone who's very angelic. And I feel you have I think of Elvis with You're the Devil in Disguise. I think you have a bit of a mischievous. There you go. That was the word I was trying to find. I feel you're a bit mischievous, pile number 3, and I think it's for fun. I think if you are mischievous, I think of Stitch for some reason. I'm thinking of Lilo and Stitch now, but if you're mischievous, it's just because you're bored, possibly, and you like to, stir the pot. That's what people think when you walk into the room. And you're like, oh, here comes this person. But yeah, I think that it's all for fun, though. I think you love making people laugh. You love making people, I think for some reason that you're the kind of person that makes people laugh to the point that they want to pee, right? Because you're very mischievous. I think you love being there's some comedic tendencies I feel for this one, that you just like dark humor, but still funny. I think the sassiness. I think that you really are someone who's kind of funny in that way. And I think that you like to bring some chaos into the formula of your group, or the people that you surround yourself with, that people have to meet up with. I think you're someone who can be, I think that you're, in terms of physical appearance, I think you are very beautiful, but you kind of subdue that, right? I think that you tend to kind of keep that on the minimal, because it's not that you're not beautiful, but rather you don't want that to be the focal asset of you. You already know that you're pretty, and people know that. But you're not someone that's like putting that on full display. I think you'd rather be known for other qualities of yourself than just your physical appearance, because there's more to you than that. There's depth to you, there's dimension, there's a lot that has to be shown. And you like to really highlight those by just being like rambunctious and different, chaotic, but still funny. I think not so much like a class clown, but more so like just the sassiness of your vibe, whether you're a man or a female. But I think that you're very interesting to talk to, and I think that you definitely, even if you try not to stand out in a group setting, you do, but for all the right reasons. I think that you're very likable as a person, even though you can be chaotic. You're very likable as a person, and I think overall that's why people kind of let it slide, because you are a very pretty person, and you're also funny and dynamic and different, and you make the environment a little bit more lively. Someone that's going to walk in and just be playing pranks, maybe playing pranks on people, but not so heavy, but still funny enough that they're just like, wow, really? Like, you put that whoopee cushion there? Or you mix like different color, like if they're using, I don't know, pen, like you let the pen like spill the ink or something like that. I mean, these are dumb ways to show that you're pranking people, but again, you probably have a much better sense of humor than I do. I think that you're very, very funny, but not funny because you're making, like, you want people to laugh at you, but more so because you want to entertain people and brighten their days. And I think that's what's interesting about you. If this person upright is someone who's an angel, I mean, reverse is someone who has a very devilish look, very devilish smile, and I think that that's what it's appealing to you as well. It's just, when they think about you, it's like, oh, very pretty face, but that mischievous smile, like, that there's like a spark in their eyes, that that it gives me Gemini air energy, and Aries too, where youthful appearance but mischievous, and there's just, no matter how you try to look at it or change their expressions, they tend to always have this little spark in their smile, a spark in their teeth, and just, they know what they're doing, they know how to have a good time in the best possible way, in the funny way, where you just want to be around them because they have such a light energy and so dynamic, right? And interesting, that kind of chaotic, like, rawness, right? So that's what they think of you. Pile number 3, I really hope that helped. I loved every single pile. Every pile was very interesting. Thank you all for listening in, if you stuck around to listen to the end, and have a great day because you made it a great day, not because they told you to. So bye bye everybody. Thank you all.